I went and did it again. I have fixed something and didn't film it. I hate myself. I thought it was going to be a simple project, and it wasn't worth filming, but it turned out so well that I should have filmed it. I know I should have filmed it, because I could have shared this with you, and it might help you out on some of the stuff you're doing. So let me show you what I've done. Once again, this is another project. I didn't think it's going to be that difficult. I didn't think it's worth filming. And then once I put it together, I found out I should have filmed it. This is a pedal board for guitar pedals, which I use the guitar pedals in vocalist, and it works out real good for singing. And this is on 2 different levels. This one right here, a wash pedal goes on it. These here are your other pedals, your delay pedals, your your reverb pedals, your fuzz pedals, and your bypass pedal, and whatever pedals you need goes up here where it's on a slant. But a wash pedal makes that noise like Jimi Hendrix did on his guitar. It's got to be more flat. It can't go on an angle. It doesn't work good. It's hard for the foot to get on it. But if it's on the flat part, it does great. But what I've done here is I used the 1x4 on the back. I used a 1x right here. And I just stuck them under there and put some screws right here. But before I did that, I cut the board. This is all the same board. You can see where the wood grain matches here. So what I did is I cut the board and then slid this one underneath it, like that. Give a place for the wash pedal to go. The cry pedal, baby cry pedal or whatever. But then when I did that, I cut out just a little bit out of this one here. I took it to the bandsaw and I trimmed out just a little bit, shaved a little bit of this here off to where this would fit more flat under there. And I did the 1x4 the same thing. If you look right up under here, you'll see where I angled it just a little bit right here and right there. I just took it at the bandsaw and cut it out, and then I had to take a notch out down here. And now what I've done is I have put some stain. I've stained this with a rag. Just wrap this around your finger. Just wrap this around your finger and then just rub it on there. You don't want to put too much. Just rub it into the grain. You get too much, you can wipe it off and then let it dry. Now back here there was some paint, house paint, because this is all used lumber. There was some house paint on this board here, so I just shot it flat black. Now what I'm doing is I'm waiting for this to dry, because then I'm going to shoot it with some clear right here. But I want this to dry a few hours, probably the rest of the day, maybe tomorrow, if it's not raining. If there's moisture in the air, you should not do this. Any kind of painting or anything, not while it's got moisture in the air. But if it's nice and clear tomorrow, this is flat. And I'm just going to spray a little bit of flat on there.
2,000 years later.
See that? Matter of fact, I may just go on and spray it anyhow. Maybe that'll be something I will be filming today. Let's just go on and put some clear on it. Just enough to protect the wood a little bit, but then also it gives you something that will be smooth when I put my Velcro down here, and then I can place my pedals where they go. Now the flat black, I probably won't put any clear on it. And I'll let that dry, and then I'll come back and I'll put a second coat on there. It's best to build your coats up. Put a medium thin coat, thin to medium coat, and then let it dry and then put another thin to medium coat. You may either put 2 or 3 coats. It's not going to get glossy. This is just to keep from your foot or anything rubbing off the stain. That's all it's going to do. That's it. Alright guys, I'm ready to play catch up. Here's my story. I should have videoed, as I already said, putting the wood together and all that, and I didn't. But anyhow, last you seen it, we were shooting clear on it, and I was showing you a matte finish. Well, I changed my mind. I did go with clear, but I went for gloss. I tried the matte, and the matte was just a little too matte for me. Matte looks good on some things, but I put the gloss on here, and I'm going to be a lot happier with it. It's got kind of a sheen look to it. It's not over glossy, it's just kind of got a little bit higher in matte. Alright, here's my layout. Here's a wash pedal. Here's a, it's got a delay and a reverb built in it. And it sounds kind of spacey. It's a little more than some of them. Okay. And this one here is also a delay. In case I want more delay in it, I can put more delay in it. This one here is a fuzz. Kind of give it that fuzzy sound. Now this one here is a bypass pedal. Once you get all your pedals set up, whatever you want to use, turn on, turn off, whatever. But if you got 2 or 3 of them on, and you don't want to change them or anything, but you want a clean sound, then you hit this bypass. This bypass will go reroute around this and go to your amp. That's what it's for. And you have to build these. I was going to build one, but I was lucky to find this one on eBay, and somebody had done built it. But anyhow, that's a bypass pedal. So where we're at now, we've got it cleared, and we've got our layout kind of figured out. The next thing to do is to put the Velcro down. And I'm going to show you a picture up here at the top where I got the Velcro from and the price. To kind of give you an idea a little bit. So you got the fuzzy side and you got the non-fuzzy side. You got the loops and the fuzzy side. That's going to go down right under here. 2 strips, one up there and one down here. And then there's got to be one on the wash pedal here. Okay? But now the problem I came into on the wash pedal, putting it down, I want to share this with you in case you decide to do what I'm doing. The way this pedal is made, it's got these little rubber feet on it. And the feet with the screws helps to hold the bottom. That's a metal bottom on it. This is really old. This is old. It works. It was old. When I got it, it was damaged. It was broke all up. See right here, all this gray? That was all broke out. I'll see if I can find a picture and show it to you too. It was busted up some kind of bad. But I was able to put it back together and try it, and it works. It works good. But anyhow, my plan is I've got to leave these feet on here. I got to leave them feet on there. So what I did is I cut a board. Now, the thing is about leaving the feet on there and putting Velcro on there, it's going to be a big distance between the pedal and the wood. Big distance. So what I did here is I cut out a board that fits right under here. Like that. And I'm going to mount this board down here. I pre-drilled my holes because plywood is bad about busting out if you just send a screw through it. Sometimes it'll take, sometimes it don't. But I'm going to mount that down with these little short screws. And if anything comes through on the other side, I'll take a grinder or a file and I will file off what's coming out the bottom end. But once I got that down, then I can put my Velcro down here and put the loops on here, and then I can mount it, and we're all good. I think I got everything laid out just like it's a kit, and we're fixing to put it together. I need to remove some stuff before we get started. The first thing I need to do is mount this board here. First thing I need to do is mount this board. And I recessed my here where the heads of the screws will go, well, they'll be countersunk in there. And I got them drilled in the bottom down here too. So we're going all the way through. I'm letting just the tip show where I can line it up. Do the other one too. If these screws aren't long enough, I've got some longer ones. Okay. I think they're both lined up. There is a little point on the bottom, right under here. I will have to grind that off, but not right now. So I'm going to put the felt on this part. Now I may have to trim out a little bit down here because the way the feet go down on it. So this would be a good time to trim it out too. There's always answers if you just study something long enough. This old world's come a long ways from just slowing down and studying something and then put it to use. Okay, this oversticks a little bit on the other side. I'm going to cut some more off. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Now this is the felt part. I'm going to put the loops on the pedals. Or should I do it the other way? Should I put the loops down here? I guess it doesn't really matter. Not really sure. Because when you take the pedal off, you don't want it grabbing everything around it. So with the foams, if the fabric is on this side, it won't stick to anything. But if the loops are on there, it may try to grab other stuff. And with the board, it won't. Okay, so that told me my own story right there. What I need to do is try to do the same thing over here, and I'm going to put the loops on the pedal board. Okay, now it's time to put that down. Now what I'm going to do is just take off some of the backing, not all of it, just a part of it, and fold it underneath. And then get the top part attached, but kind of line it up like this here, and then mash the top down. Might even take the butt end of the scissors or something and kind of roll it a little bit. Okay, and we're going to start pulling this out and rolling it, pushing it down with the scissors. and just continue on down. Go on the edge, make sure it's smashed down real good. Okay, the next thing to do is to put it on the pedal. And since we've already got it cut, it should go on there pretty easy. It's got to go like this. Now there's some things I'm leaving on here, like where the 9-volt is. I got these little draw strings things here on there. I want them to stay for now. I'm pretty sure I can get to them later and remove them or whatever. Let's try it with none and just see how it. Yeah, it's going to sit down on there pretty good. There'll be a little gap, but I think the other layer will fill that in. Okay. This is going to go on here. Just like that. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to pull half of it, not half of it, but the first part back like that. Hold it underneath. Line this up. Go between the feet. And then push it down. Take scissors. Mash it down good. Okay, that's where that 9-volt battery goes. All right. I want to look under here, make sure it lines up good. Get the feet down in there. Feet over there. And it's there. Okay, now what's left to do is to do the top ones. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put the loops down here. One's a little shorter. I think one of these is supposed to be for the pedal, and I cut some of it off. But it will still work. It will still work. We're going to put one right in here and put the other one down here. Pull off the back, slide it under. Line it up here. Scissors. Okay, there's one. And I got to put the other one down. Right in here, somewheres. Line it up. Alright, those are done. Now all that's left to do is the pedals, which I've got to cut these to fit the bottom of this. Okay, this pedal is going to go somewhere in there. I want the knobs up high, and there's still going to be enough room for any other pedals to go underneath. So that means that this here has got to go somewheres in that neighborhood right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark it. I want to check it again. That's going to be about right. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut that, the length here. Okay, it's a little woppy, but who's going to look under there and judge me? Okay, I got to tilt this up because they keep trying to slide. Alright, pull half of it back, or I mean, not half, but a part of it, about like that. Fold it under. Line it up. Straighten it up. You know what? It is angled. Well, that's square. That should. Alright, let me get it down here. Still thinking. Don't never stop thinking. Okay. Mash that down good. Alrighty. Okay, line him up here. He's on there. That is done. Now the route switch or bypass switch, I definitely want it down here. As you can see, somebody else had Velcro on it, and they chose to put the loops on the bottom here, which doesn't matter, but I got to peel this off. Well, I don't guess I have to. I can put this here. In the middle of it, I guess, right in there. Okay, I need to cut that. Alright. Okay, I want the switch on the bottom, and I got to put it in between there. Kind of help set that glue, that adhesive in there a little bit. Okay. Alright, let's see, we got these two. Now I can change these around later or whatever, just as long as I get some stuff on there. I think that's to put a battery in there, I don't remember, but I'm not going to be using batteries. And here again, I may mark this just a little bit. And this one here too. Okay. We're going right between there. To the other side. Just going to leave a little piece here left. pull off. Try to get that paper pulled back. Find your marks. Set it down. Line it up where it goes straight across. Okay. Kind of make them a little uniform, line it up with the other one. Okay, now we got to do this one. Cross. Cut it off. Pull the paper back. Now I'm not going to be filming this on this segment about them working, but I will eventually do that because I am a vocalist and I will be using this to vocalize, sing. Okay, we'll mash this down. And place it right underneath. Here we go. That's it. That's it. I mean, it's on there. They are not going to slide. They're not going anywhere. Now, if the big one here starts to try to slide or give me trouble, I can always add another piece underneath here somewhere to help hold it. And but I'm gonna give it a chance to do right, and it may not, or it may, but there's enough room there to put one more. I could put another one right up under there, but everything's on there. So I made this for a return. I wanted to return back this way. You don't have to. You can, if this wasn't on here, you could set the pitch and then just leave it or move it, whatever. But the way it is now, you can use it and it'll come back, or it normally does. Today it's trying to be stubborn. All right, guys, that's it.
Viewing the video, or giving us a like, or subscribing makes us want to bring on a little more entertainment. Don't you agree?